My name is Chuck Sperazza, and I've been a patient of Bill's since, I think, 2000. I first came to see Bill Maykel when I had moved up to Massachusetts and hurt my back, low back problem, which was fairly chronic for me. And I specifically sought out Bill Maykel because I had experience with applied kinesiology in the past. And so it was the type of treatment that I knew is best chance of getting any real results. So the back issue, we got that under control, but what I quickly began to use Bill for is to give me a competitive advantage in the sport that I compete in, which is triathlon. Sports-related injuries are ones that you want to manage. That's something that Bill was very good at. And also the nutritional aspect of competition was something else that Bill's very good at. And so although I came here initially to resolve a chronic back issue, I really see Bill on a regular basis to keep myself fine-tuned for competition. The way Bill helps me to be more competitive, or where I get a competitive advantage with Bill, is a few things. One is I see him on a once-in-a-month basis just to make sure that everything is in alignment, that the muscles are working correctly. And then as you train, especially when you're doing a large Ironman training, sometimes you get little injuries that can get worse if you don't jump on them quickly, like a shoulder issue or a neck issue or an ankle issue. So I've had Achilles tendonitis issues, and Bill can quickly look through that by muscle testing and acupressure testing and be able to find out where the imbalance is or the weakness is and then shore that up. But here's an example of how valuable Bill is to an athlete like me. I was training in 2002 for the Hawaiian Ironman, and the goal was to win my age group. And the training was going well through the summer. The Ironman is in October. And it was right about the last week of August, right about that time frame, about 6 weeks before the competition. And I was out on a training ride on my bike and got hit by a car. And it was pretty bad. I flew through the air and everything. My bike was destroyed. The ambulance had to come take me away. I had landed on my head, so I had two compressed vertebrae in my neck. I couldn't turn my head to the left to see anything. I had a broken toe, smashed up knee. They thought my leg was broken, so I was on crutches for a while, but it wasn't broken. So they took me off to the emergency room, and instead of calling the MD, I called Bill. And Bill right away came to see me, and it looked pretty bad. Like I couldn't run because I had a broken toe and a smashed up knee, and I couldn't turn my head, so I couldn't breathe, so I couldn't swim. And Bill got right on it. And anybody who would have looked at it, so your race is over 6 weeks. There's no way you're going to be able to be ready to race. And instead, within 2 weeks, I was training again. And I ended up going to the Ironman and winning my age group. And if I hadn't had Bill, if I'd gone the typical MD route, it would have been bed rest, take anti-inflammatories and painkillers, and wait for it to get better. And so that's an example of the advantage of having Bill in your corner. So nutritionally, it's not just how to eat right, but also what type of nutritional supplements to take in order to keep your energy levels high and to be able to exceed what you're trying to do athletically. What makes Bill really good is, one, he's very quick to understand the diagnosis. He's constantly teaching himself and expanding his knowledge base. So in my experience, there's not a lot of guesswork for him. He's extremely talented as an applied kinesiologist, and I've seen some of the best. If someone's going to say, well, they doubt the nutrition program works, all I could say is just from my own experience of what happens when until I started taking the fish oil, I always had inflammation problems. I always had tendonitis of the knee, tendonitis of the Achilles. And then when I started taking the fish oil on a regular basis, inflammation issues went away. For me, when I have a back issue, it's because muscles and get weak in the support area. That went away when I started taking magnesium on a regular basis, because magnesium is one of the building block minerals that your body depends upon. Bill's an expert at being able to understand where your injury is coming from, what's causing it, what combination of things are causing it, how to get you back in position to heal, and so you can walk away with the right nutrition and being adjusted correctly so that you can heal quickly and go back into your training.